Joining us now, Senator Luther Strange, Republican from Alabama. Senator Strange replaced Jeff Sessions in the Senate. Senator, this is just coming at us now, the Trump tweet where he's going after the Freedom Caucus big time. What do you make of this, sir?
Well, you know, I'm glad you told me that because, Stuart, I gave up Twitter for Lent. And so this is breaking news.
No, you didn't.
Really? Did. And I've been very happy with that decision. But I had not gotten this news, so I'll have to digest that. I'm not sure exactly what that means, actually.
Well, I think the president, look, forgive me for trying to interpret this, but look, he's going after the Freedom Caucus. I think he's putting them out there and saying, this is your fault. Unify, unify, unify. I think that's what he is saying. So let me ask you this. I mean, is the Republican Party at this point showing signs of new unity?
It seems to be. To me, I'm new to the Senate, having taken Jeff Sessions' place just about 2 months ago now. So I'm learning some of the traditions and some of the coalitions, et cetera. But I do think that's happening, Stuart. I think that lessons will be learned from the recent episode involving the health care debate. I think the president's digesting that right now. I do think we need to come together. The Freedom Caucus has a lot of good ideas. They were very close. I personally would like to see some more conservative market-based solutions incorporated into the replacement plan. So we'll see. I think a lot is going on behind the scenes right now.
Okay, now here's something I know you've seen. It's the Fox poll, and in that Fox poll, 1/3 of registered voters most want the president to create jobs. But you are focusing on rolling back environmental regulations, but that's nowhere in the poll. People don't really care about that, but that's your focus, Senator.
Well, having been Attorney General for 6 years and filed more than 24 suits against the EPA and other government agencies for overreaching their authority, I would tell your listeners and the folks taking the poll to think about the regulatory wet blanket that is just suffocating this economy. Every time the president signs an executive order or we roll back these regulations, it equates immediately into jobs in the economy, energy independence, and you know the whole ripple effect of that. So what I'd like to see is taxes come down and jobs and wages go up. And I think the first step to do that we could do immediately without rewriting the tax code is to lift these regulations off the backs of our small businessmen and women.
Sure. One last real fast question. It seems like the sticking point for tax reform is this border adjustment tax. Now, you know, I think that splits the Republican Party. Would you vote for a border adjustment tax?
Right now, knowing what I do about it, I would not do that. But I'm open to the concept. I mean, I think that that has been, like other things, taken back to the drawing board. I have not received, there's just two sides to the story. I haven't heard a lot of support for it in my state of Alabama, but I have an open mind, and I'd like to learn a lot more about the effects of is it really improving the lot of our citizens and businesses in my state? I'm not convinced yet, but I have an open mind.
Okay, Lent has quite a long way to go. Perhaps you'll get back on Twitter before Good Friday. I don't know about that, but, you know.
Maybe I need to after what you just told me.
Yeah, I think you should, sir. All right, Senator Luther Strange, Republican, Alabama. Thanks for joining us, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.